Muy bien, ahora sí, vamos donde Lisa.
I hear the voice of fate, speaking my name in humble supplication.
A ver qué nos dice. Entramos y vamos a la biblioteca. A ver, a ver, a ver. Carguen rápido. Y está, ahora aquí. Abrimos. Bien grande es la biblioteca. Y hay bastante. Bastantes cosas. Voy a agarrar primero todo. Por todos lados. En otro momento mejor. Y justo que está Lisa y hay uno ahí
If you're
también.
borrowing a book, please register it in the log. The restricted section is currently not lending any books. Oh, it's you, little cutie.
Ya.
It's so good to see you. More refreshing than a strong cup of tea in the afternoon.
Sí.
Clearly you're meant to be working, but you don't seem to have your heart in it at all.
I mean, other than Jean, who really works that earnestly anyway?
A ver. Debe haber, sí. Aunque, pues igual, pobre Jin.
So, did you have something you needed? Or did
Yeah.
you just come to see me?
Podría ser la tentación. Ya, vamos a darle. No, la tentación. Ya, bueno, vamos a darle.
Ooh, a smooth talker. Not what I was expecting.
So, Miss Librarian, got any books to recommend?
A ver.
Recommended books. Sadly, everything I'd personally recommend is all in the restricted section, which we're not currently lending out.
Está aquí.
What's with your ominous tone?
Oh, right. Would you be interested in checking out the Devat travel guide?
Ya, a ver la guía.
I think it would be quite helpful for you as travelers here.
Ya.
Ooh, sounds like it could be helpful.
Ojalá.
Think we could take a peek?
I suppose I can try to find you a copy from the list.
Isn't this Lisa's job? What does she mean, I suppose?
Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Our copy is currently being borrowed. That said, it is now overdue.
Ya.
Come to think of it, quite a few of our books are now overdue. I really wish people would just return their books on time.
Whoa, is Paimon imagining things, or does the air in here suddenly feel a lot more electrified?
Considerando que ella maneja la electricidad, sí.
Such a pain. I'm going out to bring those unreturned books back. If you'd rather get your hands on that
Yeah.
copy of the Tevat travel guide sooner, you'd better come with me.
Vamos contigo, te sigo, mamá.
Lisa seems really scary right now. Paimon thinks it would be best if you answer her.
You really are such a considerate cutie. Let's see. First, we can go to
A ver.
the souvenir shop. It's called With Wind Comes Glory. So let's meet there shortly.
Ya, yo voy, mamá. Trabajo problemático. Ahora este libro. Hay más por acá. Reglas de la biblioteca. Cosa. Guarda silencio, no dañar los libros. Devolver los libros a tiempo. ¿Qué tal la amenaza? Ya. Entonces... Joder, el mapa. Está. The fuck, no me esperé. No me esperé que estuviera hasta por acá. Bueno. Voy a dar un pequeño salto y exploraré un poco. Po. Sigue aprovechando y moverme por todos lados del mundo. Corto. Ya, yo viendo el mapa y en serio, cuando me teletransporté, fui avanzando todo y veo de la nada había desaparecido el punto. Cuando veo de nuevo la ciudad, estaba acá. No estoy loco. Sé que cambió. Pero bueno, ahí está. Lisa. ¿Qué vamos?
Cutie, you're here. Let's begin, shall we?
A ver. Mario, con respecto al libro que tomaste prestado.
Hello, Marjorie. Any exciting new items in stock?
A ver.
Why so surprised? Today is such a special day. It's only natural that I'd want a souvenir to remember it by.
Creo que sí.
Since we came all this way, why don't we put our official business to one side for a moment?
Le llegó, pues.
All work and no play makes life terribly mundane.
Well, if it's a souvenir you're after, you're in the right place. I'm sure you'll find something that strikes your fancy, Lisa. Or you could let your new friend pick something out for you. Make it more of an occasion.
A ver.
Yes, yes! Let us pick!
A ver, he hecho vistazo. Seguramente algo que te gusta. A ver, bombachos, pergamino viejo y regado. Y esto de acá. Me dan para elegir, pues no. Pergamino viejo y rasgado. Bueno.
This is a historical relic retrieved from some ruins by one of the Adventurers Guild.
Wow.
Sure, there's a bit of wear and tear, but this thing in the painting must be well over 1,000 years old.
Wow, creo que sí, ese sería
Although
propio.
it doesn't make much sense to me.
My goodness. This is one of the 3 lost scrolls that make up the Northern Border Wind investigation.
Justo.
What is it doing here?
Sí, sí sabía. Lo ha dicho, lo han encontrado.
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
Habla. Ahora vamos a ver el otro. A ver.
This pair? Soft, puffy, and very comfortable. Certain to make a little girl, well, in this case a woman, look quite adorable. After all, they're the same kind worn by toy dolls. They're practically a badge of cuteness.
Bloomers? I'm sure to attract some strange looks if I dress up like a small child in public.
Yeah.
Do you have some strange hobby you're not telling me about?
You sure? Can't change again once you've made your mind up.
No. Me quedo con el pergamino. Muñeca vudú.
This is the toy doll I was talking about earlier. Doesn't she look lovely in those shorts? It does look a little bit terrifying, doesn't it? I wonder if you could find some other use for it.
Voodoo doll? Have you lost your mind? What could I have possibly done to deserve this?
No.
You sure?
No, solo quiero saber qué hay. No. ¿Qué piensa Marjorie? Yo diría el pergamino.
This is a... Sure, there's a bit of...
My goodness.
You sure?
My. You clearly know a treasure when you see it. This is a work of unparalleled significance for the research of ancient people's understanding of the elements. I will gladly accept it.
Sí, tú lo dijiste.
Goodness, is that the time? Marjorie, one last thing. About the legend of Vanessa.
Oh, so you're a fan of the gallant Lady Vanessa too? Why didn't you say so? I have all sorts of items I could recommend.
Ya.
For example, this lion's tooth pendant with Vanessa's name carved into it. It was once a medal awarded to a knight by the great lady herself. Oh my goodness. I do apologize. I got so excited when you mentioned Vanessa. I didn't know that book was overdue, even though I take it with me everywhere. I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together as soon as I saw you here. Here you go.
Ya, ojalá.
Well, since you look up to Lady Vanessa so very much, please be more punctual next time.
El castigo y esa luz. Y el efecto de mala.
Yes, Lisa. I will be, Lisa.
Let's go and find the next overdue book.
Ya, vamos. Mapita. Acá a un costado ya. Así que... ¿Por dónde entro? Por acá. No. ¿Por dónde entro? ¡Oh! ¡Qué imbécil! Mira acá.
Welcome to Good Hunter. Table for two? 3! Oh, my apologies. Please sit wherever you like, and call me over once you're ready to order. So we're gonna eat first and bring up the book situation later?
Why, of course. The stress of work really takes the pleasure out of eating, don't you think?
Work is that bad, huh?
Wow, salió.
Why don't you order us something, cutie? I'm ever so curious to know what your tastes are.
A ver, elegir filete de barbacoa.
Good
No.
Hunter's signature dish. If it's what you want, I'll try anything once.
You sure? Can't.
No, vamos a probar primero todas las opciones.
Why don't...
Pollo.
This seems like the sort of staple bar food you'd find at the tavern. It has an extremely strong flavor, so drinkers love it because they can actually taste it.
You sure?
No. Pero no me muestran más. Si lo espera un momento.
Mistake.
No sé.
What
All
does
right.
Lisa like to eat? She's been here a few times with Master Jean for afternoon tea before. I think she normally orders something vegetarian.
Yeah.
A lady tends to eat cautiously on account of her physique, after all.
Ya.
On that note, I should probably be watching my own diet a little more.
Algo información. Sopa vegetariana de rábano.
I imagine that making a good vegetable soup takes good quality ingredients, cooked in the right order, at the right heat, for the right length of time. At least, those are the principles that apply when one is making potions. But from what I've heard, soup making was a popular pastime among the witches of the past.
You sure?
Ahora un rato si me salió otra cosa. Ensalada saludable.
Eating salad is like piling on more and more elemental power. Raw, unfettered energy applied indiscriminately, with no elegance or control. It's the first mistake all magic users make when they're learning. But then again, if one genuinely had so much pure elemental power that they could solve any problem they wanted, that would be a different matter entirely.
You sure?
Ya me perdí. Por un momento. Me perdí. Ay.
What does Lisa? She's been here a few times.
Algo vegetariano, pero.
I imagine that making a good vegetable soup, at least...
You
Ya
sure?
ver la sopa será, pero.
Finished ordering? Sit...
It's been getting quite busy recently.
A fine choice. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Ya.
A truly enchanting dish. Certainly a good fit for a witch. I am simply brimming with elemental energy after that.
Paimon's so full.
Don Tapaimon.
Time is getting on. I suppose I should carry on with this ghastly thing called work. Let's have a little chat with Sarah about her library book.
Le dio tiempo para pensar.
Recently. Would you like to order something else?
No, thank you. We're quite satisfied. But I'm afraid I must ask you about the boar princess.
The boar brisket?
La pechuga de jabalí.
I think we took that off the menu.
Ah,
She means the book you borrowed. Oh, of course. I came straight to the restaurant after I borrowed it and completely forgotten that I even had it. I'm so sorry, Lisa. I will bring it to the library myself as soon as I finish work.
Okay then. But make sure you don't forget this time. Right. On to our next stop then, cutie.
a ver, ahora qué vamos a hacer. ¿Y a dónde nos manda? Está acá nomás. Vamos. Aquí está.
This is our final call for the day.
A ver.
Welcome. Couples are our specialty. Let me know what you'd like and I'll wrap them up nicely for you.
Yes. Now, which book was it that has the line, "A date without flowers is a date without romance"?
A ver, a ver. A ver, bueno, la pregunta.
Why, it just so happens that I would, my kindest cutie.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? What would you like? Dandelions are one of our classics. And a personal favorite of Miss Flora. The shop... I know what you're thinking. Most flower shops don't sell dandelions. They're a nuisance to care for. Perhaps Miss Flora likes the sense of floating away to a faraway land that the dandelion evokes.
Ya.
Come to think of it, Miss Flora herself gives people the same impression.
You sure?
No, quiero información.
Flowers for Miss...
Reunido.
Mist flowers, over there in the corner. But don't touch them with your bare hands. You'll get You want them? You're sure? It's just that Lisa seems to use electro quite a lot. Things could get a little bit dangerous.
You sure?
Ya vemos un poco más de
Some
información.
flowers?
A ver.
You want my help? I don't know if I have the best taste in flowers. Why don't you go ask Miss Flora? I couldn't help but notice the flower on Miss Lisa's hat, though. I think it's a rose? Some flowers for Miss Lisa?
Una rosa.
These roses were bought from a traveling merchant a few days ago. Miss Flora thought maybe someone would like them. This is the only bunch.
You sure?
Some flower?
A ver. ¿Dónde está la señora Flora? ¿Dónde está? Por acá, creo. No, ya, entonces vamos por la rosa nomás.
Some flowers for Miss Lisa? These roses... Miss Flora thought maybe...
You sure?
Sí.
I can see you put a lot of thought into this. Have you ever heard of the Witch of Purple Rose before?
¿Tú?
I
No
thought
sé.
that after returning to Mondstadt, I wouldn't have the chance to see fresh roses again. This seems like a good sign. Okay, time to get back to business. Donna, do you know what...
Back to business? My business is selling flowers.
Once again, we see a total lack of respect for literature. The Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies. Ring a bell?
Y los 6 enanos.
Oh, yes. Well, what happened was... Oh no, what am I gonna do?
Me parece tan nerviosa. A ver qué...
I lost the book.
Ah,
A while back, I realized it was almost due, and I was getting ready to bring it back to the library, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked for days, but nothing. It's like somebody stole it. It should have been there, on my bedside table, right where I left it.
Uh-oh. That Lisa does some crazy things when she gets mad.
a ver.
I heard that. Well, if it really was stolen, Donna's done nothing wrong.
Hay que buscarlo.
The blame lies with the book thief.
Ya.
And their punishment will be 10 times worse than stealing my book.
Like Paimon said, totally crazy.
Oh, don't worry about that. As long as I remain librarian, not a single book will go missing for good.
Ya.
I put a unique elemental marker on each book. Our thief will have left a nice set of clues for us to follow.
When
Justo.
did Lisa start taking her job so seriously? Paimon always thought she was a total
Qué mala. Pero si te tomas con seriedad todo al principio, ya puedes estar más tranquilo.
Hey, sweetie, I've heard your elemental sensitivity is very strong. Why not see what you can do?
A ver.
mental sensitivity? Huh? Oh, Paimon's got it! Use your elemental sight to look for clues.
A ver.
Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke.
Ahí.
Looking at the elemental traces, it does seem likely that the book was stolen.
So Donna didn't do anything wrong after all.
It's not from the restricted section, so it's hardly a book worth stealing. Whoever wanted this book so badly had a strange fixation indeed.
A ver.
So, what do we do now?
The elemental traces are very faint, but I can tell that the thief took it beyond the city walls.
Ya, entonces vamos a
You must see
perseguirlo.
it too, right, cutie? Let's follow the trail and have a look where our thief was headed, shall we?
Vamos a buscarlo.
Finding someone to chat to would be better than just standing around.
Ya no está Timmy. ¿Dónde está Timmy? Ahí está la marca también.
The elemental traces are strong here, but it seems our thief did not stay for long. The trail keeps going. Let's keep looking.
Vamos a ir más adelante, que ya está la marca. A ver. Con todas estas cosas. Ok, cansado. Creo que tengo que subir nomás. Por acá. Por acá. No me digas que está arriba. A ver, hasta ahora como llego sin morirme. Ahora sí llego. Ahí está.
It's further than I thought. Quite the intrepid explorer, our little thief.
Maybe we frightened the turtle back inside his shell.
A ver, está. O sí, esta vez sí se alejó bastante. O no quiero teletransportarme porque voy a ponerse a cargar y dice no. No estamos cerca, así que. Y hay criaturas también grandes. Torch. Y llegamos. Ahí está. Y llegamos, parece.
It must be nearby.
Ya.
Using elemental sight, you can even detect magic.
Ya.
Follow the flow of magic to find the book.
A ver, me deja mirando así que... Ahí está.
The thief lives inside ruins? Mondstadt people do have some strange quirks.
Please do not jump to such a preposterous conclusion about the living habits of Mondstadt's residents. This
Yeah.
seems far more likely to be the work of some none too friendly troublemakers.
Orden de la isla, a
It's
ver.
like you can read my mind.
Justo.
This is more likely to be the Abyss Order's doing. They do seem to have a way of slipping in and out of places like ghosts, after all.
Ya.
Also, there's an elemental seal at the entrance. It looks like the result of an Abyss mage's magic.
Sí, y el sello ni siquiera... Esta marca ni siquiera se ve encima de la piedra, se ve encima del aire.
A seal? How are we gonna
No creo.
Not to worry. If you think a little magic can keep me out, think again.
Why is that?
Es una gran maga, así que... ¡Puc! No ve. Ahí está, ¿pa' qué? ¿Pa' qué?
Come on.
Whoa. So this is what Lisa's like when she's hard at work.
Y vamos. No recuerdo, pero ya... Aunque sí, nomás vamos. Tengo que subirlos de nivel a los demás. Esto es lo que digo. Cuando me pongo pantallas de carga se demora un año. Y solo es en las pantallas de carga. Tales problemas.
It's so much bigger in here than Paimon thought. Do we really have to go all the way inside?
If you borrow a book, you have to return it. There will be no exceptions.
A ver, que cargue un poquito y tengo que tirarme. Como que esas cosas me van a matar si es que caigo. Tenemos esto, el rechiquen y el cofre. Vamos por acá para poder subir un poco. Ya. No sé, ahí está. No sé si es que eso me hubiera tumbado, pero no quiero arriesgarme. Atacar con electro. A ver. Ah, ya. Se marca. Pensé que tenía que darle la misma puerta. Bueno, la cosa de arriba. Ya, ¿qué clase de puerta es esta? Espérate. Tenemos acá. De hielo.
You're in for a little shock. You've been a naughty geek. Try not to enjoy this.
No one escapes my sights.
Ya está. Última prueba.
Hey, look! It's the birthday! Lisa was spot on!
Vale.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. No rest for the wicked.
Ya.
How did you find this place? It's so well hidden!
Ya, justo por suerte solo de matriz.
I have no interest in finding out where you little rascals hide yourselves away, but I do want my book back.
Solo por el libro.
Tell me, how is it that you have the time to conceal your stronghold and apply a magic seal, but not to sign out a library book in the proper manner? You have no respect whatsoever for other people's work.
You just want the book? I was unaware that anyone in Mondstadt was concerned with unearthing the secret hidden inside this book.
A ver, qué secreto.
Who are you?
The librarian, although I believe that should be quite clear already.
Ya.
Return the book. This is an ultimatum.
Since you insist on concealing your identity, I have all the less reason to give you that book.
Pero te estoy diciendo.
It contains the secret.
Pues parece que se está enojando.
Huh? What are you doing? Such concentrated elemental power!
Te va a hacer como Thanos, un chasquido nomás. Pierde el conocimiento por la descarga eléctrica. Qué miedo.
Naughty boys who don't do what they're told need a little punishment to keep them in line.
No me parece que sea un pe...
This is why I call it troublesome work. We'll just need to find the book ourselves. It should be around here somewhere.
No, de repente lo tendrá él. A ver, activar. Un cuarto secreto.
It's the Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies!
Yeah.
Paimon remembers that name! Is this the one you were looking for?
That's the one. It's a good thing it isn't damaged. Otherwise...
Lo hubieras electrocutado más.
Otherwise what? Are you...
I would have probably have needed to dish out a little taste of one of my potions in that case. Then
Más
again,
riesgoso.
as I said, it isn't from the restricted section, which is the only reason I would let the average citizen borrow it in the first place. And it doesn't appear to have any abnormal elemental properties, save for the markings I put on it.
Yeah, it seems like just an average storybook.
¿Por qué querría la verdad en sí?
As far as my duties as a librarian go, my troublesome work is finished. Since this book has piqued your interest, why don't I let you borrow it?
No sé
There's
qué.
no time limit for you. I will register you as custodian rather than borrower. This is an
Mejor.
exclusive privilege reserved for trusted citizens only.
Exclusive privilege? Why does Paimon feel this is just your sneaky way of offloading your troublesome work onto someone else?
Mita, mita. Ganar y ganar para todos.
Excuse me, are you in some way dissatisfied with my work?
No, perdón.
Good. You're amenable to reason then. I do wish I could keep you by my side as my personal assistant. My work here is done. I'm going back. Don't forget to register at the library when you have a spare moment.
Y está. Volvamos nomás. Nada, que feo. Hubiera sido mejor si nos mostrara ahí cómo era el ataque, pero siempre que hay cosas muy fuertes, nunca los ponen para dar una mayor emoción. Al igual que como con Iris. Ahora tenemos que ir a hablar con Lisa. Esta vez si me marca, ¿no? Transportamos al toque nomás. Ya está. Flores ¿Y qué habrá sido de los regalos? De las cosas que se hicieron. ¿O qué beneficio, qué ventaja te traerá la rosa, la comida, el pergamino? A ver, auca, sólido. Está aquí.
You've returned. The paperwork is done. You are now the custodian of this book.
Ahora tenemos que trabajar en lugar de ella.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. But Paimon thinks we're forgetting something.
La guía del viaje.
Look, over there on the shelf. Isn't that the Tavat travel guide? And look how many copies there are.
The Tavat Travel Guide is a serial publication. It is not part of the library's formal collection.
Ya.
Oh.
Más o menos nos engañó.
Take one. Consider it your compensation for being Lisa's little helper today. With you by my side, my troublesome work was a little less dull than usual.
The Tavat travel guide was just bait to get us to do a day's work.
Exactamente, mi pequeña Paimon. Exactamente.
I hadn't anticipated that a few routine returns inquiries would take us out of the city, let alone down into some underground ruins. As compensation for dragging you into all this bother, take these souvenirs.
Wow, Lisa went and bought us some special souvenirs.
In fact, they were intended for our next outing. But never mind. We can discuss next time's activity when the time comes. I hope you are looking forward to it.
Yo sueño. A ver, ahora tengo que agarrar los libros. Misión completa. Ya. Se me desbloquea el multijugador por esto ya tenemos. Volviendo. Todavía tengo que ser nivel 18 para hacer esto y 26 para la siguiente aventura en la biblioteca. Así que tengo para un buen rato. Bueno. Hasta acá lo voy a dejar entonces. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.